Hi, my name is Alexandria Shrake, and welcome to Global Energy Show's 5x5 series. I'm so pleased to be here today with X Energy's Steve Coupland. Welcome, Steve. Tell us a little bit more about X Energy.
So X Energy, it's a really exciting company. It was founded in 2009 by an American entrepreneur named Cam Gaffarian, who had a vision to try and find a way to create clean energy, non-emitting energy. He did quite a bit of research and decided on what we call high-temperature gas-cooled nuclear reactors, small modular reactors. So following that, we set about developing our technology. We've come forward with really two proprietary technologies. Our XE100, which is our reactor, and something we call TRISO X, which is our fuel. Both are proprietary and both have some very unique qualifications.
So as our population on this earth requires more energy, how does technologies like X Energy's fit into that energy mix?
So we think X Energy can fit in a number of different areas. You know, we can generate, as I said, we can generate both electricity and industrial heat and steam, high temperature heat and steam for industrial purposes. So we can fit not just the increased electricity demand that consumers need, but we can also go into the industrial sector, produce that high temperature heat and steam from non-emitting sources, and enable our natural resource sector, for example, to flourish with reduced emissions. So we see that as a valuable role that we can play. In addition, you know, we have a very small footprint, so we can co-locate in industrial areas without needing the large amounts of land or the volumes of water that are needed for existing reactors. So those are two technological advantages that we think enable us to play a bigger role in meeting the demand that's going to increase over time.
X Energy has a big collaboration coming up with Amazon. So what does it take for a company, it's not a startup, but like a kind of an emerging leader in your space? What does it take for an emerging leader like X Energy to work with a company like Amazon?
So let me start by saying we're extremely excited with the opportunity to work with Amazon. And I should mention as well, we work with our first of a kind project is with Dow Chemical, which is a very large company as well. You know, we're pretty excited by both of those. The fact that two Fortune 500 companies took a look at their energy needs and came back with the decision to get involved with our technology was very exciting for us. Obviously a very positive development, and sends some pretty clear market signals. The second part is that they have also invested in our second of a kind project, which was the Energy Northwest in Washington State. And Amazon has invested directly into that project, providing some of the capital to get that project moving forward.
Present day, you're very well positioned in the market. And I remember when Generation 4 technologies were on the rise and X Energy, there was a lot of questions about who would start to emerge as a leader. So now you're in this great space, but what was the journey like before that? What challenges did you face before some of these recent wins?
Sort of like any product in any field that's a first of a kind faces challenges of, you know, developing the actual product, actually obtaining the financing to bring it to market. That's particularly acute in the nuclear industry. We think it's probably well over $1 billion to actually develop a technology. And you know, we were lucky. We had a visionary in Cam Gaffarian founding the company, moving it forward. Was able to build on some work that has been done in the past in the US, in Germany, South Africa, in terms of pebble bed reactors.
We know that X Energy's CEO is coming to the Global Energy Show and will be presenting and sharing some of the important work that you're doing. Can you tell us a little more about what they will be speaking on?
Well, I think Clay will get into greater details on our first of a kind project in Dow, where we are with our construction license. He'll obviously talk about our partnership with Amazon. But I think he'll also have some, the panel that he's on is also about Canada-U.S. energy relations. And Clay's a former Deputy Secretary of Energy in the United States. And so I think he'll bring a very interesting perspective to that.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for joining us at Global Energy Show's 5x5 series. And I look forward to both seeing yourself, your CEO, and then our audience at the show in June.